the next question is, what contributed to your growth as a leader? I mean, a lot of things, but the first one is coaches, masterminds, and mentors. I look at books as one way to be mentored, but I also see that as like, that's just like the consistent drip that needs to kind of always happen, kind of like an email campaign. Every week I get an email from some company. Cool. Every week I read a book, or every month I read a book, and I'm just always keeping my mind in alert, right? But the main thing is I paid a lot of money to coaches. I mean, I literally was never afraid to be like, I need a speaking coach. I need a business coach. I need a financial coach. I need a spiritual coach. I need a, like whatever that is. Like, you know, you pay to go to the dentist to keep your teeth clean. If I'm trying to say, I want to be the best leader, I'm going to pay the leaders that I aspire to be like and have them teach me to be clean and to do things right and keep me in alignment. The biggest thing is like, there's been many times I've wanted to throw rocks. I've wanted to throw in the towel. I've wanted to sling mud and be like, dude, did you guys not see these guys all just screwed me? Like, that just cost me $500,000. And, you know, I went through multiple lawsuits that I've had to sue companies and be like, okay, you didn't pay, or you effed this over. And it's frustrating. And you want to just be like, they're shit, like they suck. And I want to spit that in front of 12,000 people in my Facebook group. And I want to put it on a podcast, get thousands of down. Like, I just don't say this shit. Like, I'm like, I don't need the validation from all these people. And coaches have helped be like, and who does it serve? How does that affect you and get you farther? And I'm like, you're right, okay. And so that to me has helped me really remember the leader that I want to step into. And then the trial by fire. I mean, I think that like what's developed me is I'm always constantly looking to stretch my leadership. So it's like, where can I step in to lead something that makes me a little bit uncomfortable? So for example, we're hosting the Ultimate Sales Bootcamp where I'm doing it with two juggernauts on social media, made way more money than I've probably made. And you're like, oh wow, I'm gonna go speak and co-host with them, and they're gonna be analyzing every little thing I do and how I do registration, how I do this and how I do that. And I'm like, great, I get an opportunity to stretch myself. Great, I get an opportunity to step into a greater position of leadership and a bigger stage and a bigger audiences. And then, you know, I also think of like, you know, like this next question, it's like, what are you doing to currently grow as a leader? And it kind of it pushes me, is I am always looking for higher quality people to lead. So for me, it's like, what am I currently doing to grow is I'm putting myself in bigger, high net worth people. And then I'm saying, can I be seen as a leader to them? Do they look up to me and say, I love what he's doing. I love how he operates. I love how he shows up. I love his content. I feel inspired when I'm around him. And you're like, wow, like me? And a lot of times you're like, really? Like, they're looking at me, right? Just like, yes. And like, when I allow my own internal like child, like that little boy that's kind of the insecure, like, oh, like I want to be like them one day. When I allow that to be like, oh, there is no like hierarchical element of they're so much cooler than me. And I just look at all things as even playing field, no matter how much income, fitness, accolades they have. And I say, there's only one Sam. A Sam is a Sam. A lot of competitors are starting to come into this D2D training world, and I just go, great, they're not me. That's phenomenal. And what people pay me for is me. What people are led by is by me. And if they choose to be led by someone else, then phenomenal. I have an abundant mindset around it, but my whole mentality is like, a Sam is a Sam, and I will influence those that need to be influenced by me, and I will show up as my highest self and that journey to my even higher self, and I will inspire millions of people. And that's what I choose for. And I hope you choose that same thing as a leader. And the next thing is I'm branching out of my comfort zone in other elements. I own 2 software companies I rarely talk about, Vanilla and Recruitomatic. And this journey over the last 3 years developing tech systems and tracking and all of that has been such an interesting journey. I started an e-commerce business a few years ago that I had to find inventory marketing, influencer marketing, to all these different things to do a baby romper that we invented. And, different side projects to put myself, I'm buying a commercial space here now, and mobile home parks, and just trying different things that now stretch you're usually you get one track minded. I know how to lead a door-to-door sales team really well. We're like, great, but do you know how to lead investors? Do you know how to lead tech people? Do you know how to lead a developer? Do you know how to, all these different elements? And then you can compile and say, wow, there's likeness amongst these categories in life, and now I'm becoming a well-rounded, powerful leader without being distracted from my mission. Everything would align for my mission, but it's like, how am I really diversifying my opportunities to lead is another piece in this.